Hi Scouts, welcome to week 1 of the Troop Advancement Challenge. So this week it's all about fitness. So the things we're going to talk about today apply to tenderfoot rank requirements, but parts of these also apply to second class and first class rank requirements. So starting out, what is fitness? So the Scout Oath covers Scouting's ideas of fitness. So when you say physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight, those three things are the fitness promise portion of the oath. And really what that's talking about is fitness of your body, fitness of your mind, and fitness in making moral choices. Now today we're going to be talking about the physically strong aspect of the Scout Oath, but the other two parts of the promise are just as important. Now why is being physically fit important? Well, to start with, we're a very active troop. To do all the activities that we do, like hiking, biking, canoeing, kayaking, skiing, and rock climbing, you need to be strong enough to do these activities. Additionally, learning to be physically active will help you to stay healthy as you grow up and into your later life. Now for any of these weekly activity challenges, the first thing you want to do is open up your Scout Handbook and read about the topic. So first, read the chapter in fitness in your Scout Handbook. Now this can either be the older Scout Handbook that most of you have or the newer Scouts BSA Handbook. Both of these handbooks cover all three aspects of Scout's fitness promise: fitness of body, fitness of mind, and fitness in making moral choices. Now the actual requirements that you need to do are as follows. So for tenderfoot, you need to do 4 tests: push-ups, sit-ups, sit and reach, and the mile run walk. You need to do your best in each of these today and record your results. Then practice them for 30 days and track your activities. Then repeat the 4 tests and show some improvement in each of them. For second class and first class, you need to be physically active for at least 30 minutes a day for 5 days each week for 4 weeks. Track your activities and then share your challenges and successes, as well as setting a goal for continuing physical activity as part of your daily life. Before any physical activity, you need to warm up and stretch first so you don't get hurt. Your Scout Handbook shows 5 stretches you can do, but there are many more. The rules you want to follow while you're doing this: you want to warm up first, don't stretch cold. You can warm up by walking or other light activities for 10 minutes. When you stretch, you want to stretch until you feel tension and then hold for 15 to 20 seconds. And then stretch a little bit more and hold for another 15 to 20 seconds. Doing this second stretch will help to increase your flexibility. If it hurts, you're stretching too far and you need to back off. When you stretch, you want to stretch and hold. You don't want to bounce. Now we're going to show the stretches in the Scout Handbook. The first is the thigh stretch. So you'll lean against an object, grab your ankle and pull it back and hold. You want to hold this for about 15 or 20 seconds. You should feel the stretch in your thigh, but it should not hurt. After 15 or 20 seconds, pull a little bit more to get a little more of a stretch. And then hold that for 15 or 20 seconds. Now switch and you can do the other leg. Again, hold for about 15 or 20 seconds. Feel the stretch in your thigh. And then pull a little tighter and hold again for another 15 or 20 seconds. Now doing it this way can put some extra stress on your knee. So another way of doing this is by holding with the opposite hand. So we'll show that now. That's the knee saver thigh stretch. So now you're holding with the right hand and pulling on the left leg. This will be less stress on your knee. So you can do them either way. Next, we're going to do the Achilles tendon and calf stretch. So you're going to put your feet 3 feet apart, palms against the wall, heels on the ground and your back straight. Stretch and you'll feel it in the back of your leg. And then after about 15 seconds, go forward and stretch a little bit harder. Again, this should not hurt. After you've done one leg, then you can switch and do the other leg. Same way. You're going to feel this all the way down the back of your leg, from your hamstrings down to your calf and your Achilles tendon. Good. Next is the saddle stretch. You'll sit on the ground with your legs spread wide apart, lean forward, and try to reach out as far as you can with your hands and hold. hold for about 15 or 20 seconds, and then you can stretch a little bit farther forward. You can also do this by touching the ground with your hands if you want to. Now we're going to do the lower back stretch. Lying on your back, bend a leg toward your chest, grab your knee and hold it, pulling it toward you. Again, like the other stretches, hold it for 15 or 20 seconds and then pull it tighter to your chest and hold for another 15 to 20 seconds. Now you can switch and do the other leg the same way. Hold it for 15 to 20 seconds and then pull a little bit tighter and hold again for 15 to 20 seconds. And now you're done. Finally, we have the shoulder stretch. To do this, you hold one arm across your upper chest and pull it toward you with the bend of your other elbow. Like all the other stretches, hold for about 15 to 20 seconds and then pull a little bit more. Again, you should have no pain when you do this. After you do one arm, then you can reverse and do the other arm. Hold for 15 to 20 seconds and then stretch a little bit more for 15 to 20 seconds. Now we're going to show you the 4 fitness tests required for tenderfoot. Push-ups, sit-ups, sit and reach, and the mile run. Starting with push-ups. You're going to have your palms flat against the ground under your shoulders, your hands facing forward, keeping your neck, spine, and legs straight. Now lower slowly to the floor, bending your elbows, and then repeat. Now if you can't do them this way, you could modify this and do it from your knees, but still keep your back straight. You can do this to start out, but after you get stronger, you want to switch back to doing it from your toes. Next is sit-ups. So lie on your back with your arms crossed and your knees bent. Have a friend hold your feet down. Then sit up into the sitting position until your elbows touch your thighs. Another option you can do is called a curl up, which minimizes stress on your spine. To do those, on your back with your hands under your lower back, knees bent, and then curl your upper body to lift your shoulders slightly off the ground and hold for 10 seconds. Either way is okay. Next, we're going to show the sit and reach. To do this, you need to make something to measure how far you can reach. So what we have here is got a couple of blocks of wood with a ruler taped to it. You could also do this with a sturdy box. You just want to make sure when you set it up that you have the ruler with the 0 into the ruler facing toward you. So to do the exercise, you'll sit with your feet against the object and your legs straight. Put one hand on top of the other and slowly reach as far as you can reach 4 times. On the 4th time, you'll hold it and have somebody read the number on the ruler.
12 inches.
If you don't have a box, you can use a step like we showed here. You could also put the ruler on the ground. The main thing is be consistent. Do it the same way every time so you get an accurate measurement. So shoes on or off, using a box, a step or the ground, or ruler placement will all affect your results. So do it exactly the same way every time. To get better at this, you need to do the stretches we showed at the beginning of the video. This increases your flexibility and you will be able to reach farther. The last fitness test you need to do is the mile run or walk. This is very easy to do. You either run a mile or walk a mile, whichever you want to do, and you time yourself. You can do this on any of the tracks at the local schools. 4 laps is equal to a mile. If you don't have access to those, you can have your parent or another adult help you map out a route in your neighborhood that equals 1 mile. If you're not sure how to do this, you can ask me and I can give you some help planning out your route. At the end of this, especially if you run, you need to cool down by walking around for a few minutes at the end of the activity. After you're done with all of this, you need to track your activities. So for tenderfoot, requirement 6A is to do your push-ups, sit-ups, sit and reach, walk and run, and record your initial results on day 1. Then requirement 6B is to come up with a plan of how you're going to improve on those results and record your results over 30 days. Now, you don't have to do something in every category every day, but you need to have a plan and stick to it. And at the end of it all, requirement 6C, you need to show improvements in each of those 4 activities. For second class and first class, you don't have any specific tests or activities you need to do, but you do need to be physically active at least 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week for 4 consecutive weeks, and record your results. That's requirement 7A for second class. Record your activity and the time you spent doing it for each of the days. Requirement 7B is you have to document the challenges and successes that you experienced throughout the 4 weeks, and then establish a goal and a plan of how you're going to include physical activity as part of your daily life. For first class, you repeat these second class activities. So requirement 8A is to be active for 30 minutes each day for 5 days a week for 4 consecutive weeks and track your results. And then 8B is, again, you write down what the challenges and successes were, as well as establishing a goal and a plan of how you're going to include physical activity as part of your daily life. After you complete these requirements, it's time to request a test on Troop Web Host. If you're not sure how to do that, ask an adult leader and they can help you out. Now for Tenderfoot, after you do the initial parts, which are requirements 6A and 6B, you can get tested. And then after 30 days, you can get tested again for the activities you did for requirement 6C. For second class and first class, you can just wait until you've done the 30 days of activities before you're testing. But be sure to write down your activities each day so you can show the person who is doing the testing. So in closing, be safe and get outside and get started on this week's challenge.